My name is Mashile. I'm a student here at University of Mpumalanga, but I'm not alone today. I'm with my colleagues, friends. So I will allow themselves to introduce themselves. I'll start this side.
Yeah. Thank you, Simon. My name is Thabang Mashiloane. I'm actually representing Mpumalanga Stay as a co-founder of Mpumalanga Stay. Thank you for inviting us to this talk, and I believe that it's going to be an awesome talk. Thank you.
Yes, so thank you, Brian.
Hi, my name is Tshiloane, and I'm also a student here at the University of Mpumalanga.
Thank you, Mr. Simon. My name is I'm also a student here at the University of Mpumalanga.
Hello everyone, my name is Mose Obise. I'm also a student at the University of Mpumalanga.
I'm Shane. My name is Mashile, and I'm a student at the University of Mpumalanga.
Hi there, I am Thuso, and I'm also a student at the University of Mpumalanga.
Hi, I'm Tshiloane. I'm a student at the University of Mpumalanga.
Hello everyone, I'm Thuso, a student at the University of Mpumalanga.
Oh, thank you very much, guys, for introducing yourselves. So, Mr. Gabriel, if one may ask to say, what was the idea or what was the drive to start this good initiative of Mpumalanga Stay?
Thank you very much for that question. When we talk about Mpumalanga Stay, in fact, before I can even elaborate more about it, we just started this year. We started in this year, 2019.
Yes.
But it was actually fueled by, in light of the upcoming inevitable wave of the fourth industrial revolution.
Yes.
I think mainly for us for the germination of this company, it was basically to come and assist students, assist the institution, and assist service providers themselves.
Mm.
So that's why we're just trying to strike a balance between students, the institution, and service providers. So basically what we offer is to say that we provide service providers with a marketing option, advertising, we are also establishing a good communication forum.
Yes.
And those are one of the services, some of the services that we provide here. So mainly because when we had an engagement with service providers, they would tell us consistently, and that they've been having challenges with our own the students.
Yes.
And in some cases, you find a student, maybe they book a place in a particular student accommodation, and they stay maybe for a few weeks, and the next thing they're gone. There is no trace of that person has disappeared, and the ramifications therefore it will mean that it will be a loss for the service provider. So we really took their concerns. We just sat down and brainstormed and took their issue to a serious consideration, and that's where now we thought of Mpumalanga Stay. But I should allude that Mpumalanga Stay is actually a digital, paperless digital company. So no chopping trees whatsoever.
Yes.
So we're very environmentally friendly.
Yes.
But it seems to say that we want to create a website portal where a service provider can be able to market themselves there. And this will also help those who are new into the business, such that I think it will conveniently help those that are new into the business get students conveniently. And also on the other side of students, it will also eliminate that hassle, of them meandering about, the confusion that we always have. So this is Mpumalanga Stay, and I should also add that today is actually our official launch. 1st November 2019 was declared as our official launch.
I may ask from the side of the student to say, what are the challenges that you've been facing previously when it comes to accommodation?
Thanks, Mr. Simon, for the question. Mina ngayibeka ngelimi lwakithi Swati.
Yes.
Manje ngima-challenges lesifeyisana nawo sima-student kahle kahle. First nje, ngichamba maybe bo-KZN yabo. Ngiyafika lana ngathi muntu. At the end of the day ngagcina sengibanjwe namaphara. But I think Mpumalanga Stay itawukhona ukusolva le challenge leyo yabo. Ngiyibona engingakubeka kwamanje.
Njengoba besikushilo nje ama-challenges esibona nawo angabe sisafika sima-returning student or ma-first year student ngeke ukuthi uyafika ungayitholi indawo yokulala maybe for a week. By that way academic is being disturbed. Into lengibona kucala leyo ngithi lokunye etasithi Mpumalanga Stay ngeke ukuthi uzawukhona kwathi ukuthi le-accommodation lo-aplayela kuyinto abihlalisanga ngakwebanu maybe atmosphere labanye abantu labangathandi hlala endaweni legcwele kakhulu too crowded place. Lokho-ke Mpumalanga Stay sitasita kakhulu ukuthi uyohlala endaweni lenjani maybe seduze nedolobha something like that sitawukhona kutibona through that website.
Thank you, Chair. Another problem students which experience is the issue of roommates. And with Mpumalanga Stay, I think it will solve that problem because you can list a friend which you want to share a room with if you ever want to share. You can say, okay, I want to share with Benzema since I know him, I'm a returning student. And that problem will be solved there. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair. Another challenge that we face as students with regards to accommodation is that, especially as returning students, is that you'll find that during registration, a lot of these accommodations will be allocated to the first year. Now, when we come back, we will be told that a lot of these accommodations are now already fully booked. So that creates a problem because now some students are coming from maybe distant areas and they don't have the financial ability to actually roam around town or even book maybe a hotel or a privately rented room. So the biggest challenge is that we have a problem that when returning students are coming back, they find that already most of these accommodations would have already been booked.
Okay. No, thank you guys for outlining the challenges. It really shows that it was a headache to be a student when you don't even know the environment or the place. So if I can get from your side to say now, because we have Mpumalanga Stay, everything is collected, it's in one. You can access your accommodation, whether it's at home, wherever you are in the world, if you can say, you can actually book yourself an accommodation or see that if that accommodation is proper without you going to that place. So how is this Mpumalanga Stay going to actually bring a solution on assist you as students?
Firstly, it is going to assist us in reducing time and also cost of traveling, because as we have mentioned that some of the students are not from around, they're not familiar with the place. So basically they can access the platform at the comfort of their own homes, look for the accommodation, like their desired accommodation, and choose also what kind of accommodation, how many people does it cater for. So I think this is actually a good platform for every student in the university.
Okay, as they've mentioned, like there's a challenge or maybe a student doesn't know this place. There's a GPS for this Mpumalanga Stay. So whenever you don't know the place, you can simply go there and then check. Also show me the duration of maybe how many minutes it will take me to go to school and come back.
One of the advantages or one of the services which will be beneficial to students and will be provided by UMPs, by Mpumalanga Stay, will be the issue of emergency numbers. Now, we know that a lot of times a student can easily get sick or get ill out of the blue. So, but when you visit the Mpumalanga Stay website, what you do is that you'll click on a tabs option and then you go to the home option. Now, when you go to the home option, you'll scroll down, then you'll find an option which says emergency. When you click at the emergency tab, what it does is that it will give you a rundown of the different emergency service providers that are around or in close proximity to your accommodation in Mpumalanga. For example, let's say maybe in your rest there is a student who's sick, as it were. What you can do is that you can just click maybe on Mediclinic and then call them. Now, when you call them, you will directly contact their offices, and then in that way it saves time and also reduces the mortality rate which might occur in cases where a student will not be able to access a particular service provider within a given period of time.
Yeah.
No, thank you guys for giving us your insight to see this is how the Mpumalanga Stay is gonna assist our student. So before we wrap up, I don't know if there are questions from the floor. If one is still skeptical to say maybe there are still some disadvantages that Mpumalanga Stay has. I'm not sure from the floor to say if you have a question. It's my brother.
My question is about if I apply now, how fast will the information be transmitted to the service provider, and how fast will I get the response back to know if there's a room available there, or maybe what time should I come there?
Yes.
Yeah, that's my question.
Thank you very much for that question. I think it's quite necessary actually to address because these are actually the students we're trying to assist here.
Yes.
But what we have done is that since we value excellence, we're gonna delegate. Actually, there's a team ready, a strong IT versed team, which will be there to monitor data and administer data, manage the data. And when I mean data, I mean the applications therefore.
Yes.
So there's a strong team that has been delegated, and it will basically be there for 24/7. So I mean, a student wants to apply during the night, during the day. I mean, it's to their convenience.
Yes.
So yeah, I think but with issues will be this issue of how soon you can get it. I think maybe that's something that we can work in, but it should not take that long, because we have people readily available to be able to assist our students.
No, thank you for answering the question. I think there's another hand on my left hand side. Yes, my brother.
Thank you, Mr. Simon, for giving me this opportunity. This time around, I will speak in English.
Yes.
Is there any contract that will bind students? Because there are those students that play hide and seek with the landlord. They run away with money, they come and squat at school. Is there any contract that will say this student will stay here from this month until this month to avoid this hide and seek, too many things?
Good question.
Yeah, well, thank you, Mr. Benjamin. I mean, these guys are really asking significant questions.
Yes,
I mean,
it's true.
yeah, it really speaks to them. Yeah.
Yes.
So, I mean, as the last meeting we had was with service providers.
Yes.
And this is one of the challenges which they mentioned, and they really emphasized it, that students have a tendency of applying for a student accommodation. They stay there for a few weeks. I mean, staying there means that they're using the electricity.
Yes.
They're using the shuttle service there, and the bed provided there is an expense. But all of a sudden, 3 weeks down the line, before month end, the student is gone. It's nowhere to be seen. And that person disappearing, meaning that they didn't even pay the rent that is due to the service provider. And that's, you know, from a business perspective, that's a loss.
Yes.
You can't talk about profit whatsoever there. So that's why we decided to take the concerns of the service providers really serious. And we said that, okay, now what's going to happen is that when students now apply, firstly, they are going to see where they are going to be staying. Seeing meaning that they will be seeing the interior and the exterior, every angle. We're going to make sure that we sample the best pictures so that they see most of the angles there. And there will be a platform where you click that you agree to the terms that are provided by the service provider. Which, that is the first bind that we can talk about. That you click that yes, I agree to the terms. I know that it is 30 minutes away from the institution. I know that they have a single room or a double room. I'll be sharing with someone.
Yeah.
The someone whom I'm sharing with is specified there. That okay, you will be known prior to come that this is the type of person you'll be sharing. So I mean, if you have that type of information now, you know, it will be a deliberate mischief to say that now you disappear out of nowhere only because you're not happy, you're not satisfied. Why? You know, it's quite, it will be shocking to the service provider because it was clearly outlined on Mpumalanga Stay that this is what you are expecting. And you will be clicking to say that no, I'm buying into these things, I'm happy, it speaks to my criteria. And with contractual binding, there will be a platform available where you can sign online. You know, because we are moving into the fourth industrial revolution, everything is going digital. So we are also digitizing that application form. So that's now which will be able to bind the service provider and the student.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. for answering questions. I can tell that I see a good help from Mpumalanga Stay, and I hope our students won't have the same challenges that they were facing previously, and it's going to be easy for one to access or find accommodation around. That's great. So last question: Is Mpumalanga Stay only going to focus on Mpumalanga, or is going to be a national thing? Because I believe it's not only the University of Mpumalanga that they are facing such challenges.
Yeah, well, thank you very much, Simon. I mean, those are things that we are looking at. I mean, Mpumalanga Stay is quite a futuristic company, very visionary, looking at the broader scope. So right now we are focusing on University of Mpumalanga, but I mean there is a plan to say that we are going to also facilitate the other institutions.
Yes.
You talk about TUT. There are the colleges, there are other institutions which are there. We are planning on starting here, and then you know, I don't know, I don't want to use the term colonize in a derogatory term, but I mean, we will be covering the wider scope of Mpumalanga. Everybody will be able to get this access conveniently when and as they like, whenever they want. But I mean, we are also going to venture into the national sphere, whereby we will be providing this service on a national scale. So, but currently it's just for Mpumalanga, and we hope that you know, things can move such that we can also assist other provinces with our services, our service provision.
No, we just came to the end of our show, and I would like to appreciate everyone who joined us today, and also your inputs, and yeah, and appreciate from the side of Mpumalanga Stay. It is really a good initiative. So we hope that it will be a good help. And if one wants to visit their website, you can go to www www.mpstay.co.za. So that's it for today. Thank you very much.
Moms and pops, they used to take us to church, saying if you don't believe, then the praying don't work. With the beatbox I got free, on the pavement I burst. Music brought me to my knees, I found faith in a verse.